Hey everyone, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home. Thank you for coming back to the channel today for this 4K review. Today we're checking out another catalog title. This is a Christopher Nolan movie, and for some reason had been one of the harder 4K discs to find from his collection specifically. I'll talk about that a little bit and why I think that may be, but it seems to be back on shelves now. So today we're checking out The Prestige. This is coming on 4K from Touchstone Home Entertainment, which is an offshoot of Disney, which I think has something to do with maybe why it was out of stock for a little bit. We'll talk about all that, but we'll also cover the visuals, we'll cover the audio, we'll talk about special features and packaging options, and ultimately whether or not this movie is going to be worth upgrading to 4K for your collection. So jumping right into the visuals, The Prestige was shot on 35mm. That's pretty typical of Christopher Nolan. He still likes to shoot things on film, and the 4K disc definitely has a really nice upgrade in quality and detail over the previous Blu-ray. Previous Blu-ray release of The Prestige now is almost 15 years old. It was a very early Blu-ray. It came out in 2007, so it has some really kind of, I would say, older encoding that was most likely done to it. It was very early in the Blu-ray days. They hadn't really perfected Blu-ray discs and mastering yet, in my opinion. And some of those early discs like that, honestly, they don't look a lot better than DVDs in many cases. And so I was really pleased and excited to check out the 4K of The Prestige, and it is a very, very nice upgrade over what I considered a subpar Blu-ray. This is now the way the movie should be seen. You should be watching this on the 4K disc. It's a far superior transfer. The 35mm elements are there and present. You get a nice grain structure, but as always, Christopher Nolan and his cinematography and his team, excellent picture quality, excellent visuals all across the board. And I was really happy because this is one of probably Nolan's most underappreciated. Everyone talks about Interstellar, everyone's been talking about Tenet lately. Obviously everyone talks about like Inception and obviously the Dark Knight trilogy, and The Prestige kind of gets overlooked by all that, but it's a great movie and it looks excellent here on 4K. The HDR is also a significant upgrade. I did not enjoy the color grading much on the previous Blu-ray. I thought it was really poor, and this is a nice leap forward. They did a really good job on this, and I'm not surprised. Disney and Touchstone, when they do release discs, they do a nice job, but also Christopher Nolan had to be in on all of these transfers and supervise them and approve them, so we know that it's at least up to his standard. And we know he has high standards when it comes to his movies, and this is no exception. It's a great looking disc, and overall I do think over that Blu-ray you're getting a very nice leap forward in quality, and you should consider upgrading from a visual standpoint. Now audio is also very interesting because the previous Blu-ray had a 5.1 uncompressed track, but it was an LPCM, which was like a really early uncompressed audio track that you'd find on some very early Blu-rays, like those that came out in 06, 07, right when the format began. This 4K disc doesn't bring you Atmos, which is a little disappointing, but it does upgrade you to the DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, which is a better audio track in my opinion than just your LPCM uncompressed. They're pretty similar, but that HD audio does take the next step forward and makes a really nice impression. It doesn't have a ton of moments. It's not at the level of an Interstellar, a Tenet, an Inception, a Dark Knight. It's not at that level in terms of scale and audio soundtrack, but it has a great score. It does have a few good moments, and the 5.1 track is more than enough here to give you what you need in your home theater. Plus, it's a decent upgrade over that previous audio on the Blu-ray, which again, decent. A little bit on the weaker side though, especially for the Blu-ray format. Now the packaging here is pretty standard. I did not get a slipcover when I ordered this. I'm not surprised. Those are probably pretty hard to find now. You likely won't get one. Typical artwork on the front, and then on the inside you do still get that old Blu-ray disc, and then you get the new 4K disc with some new artwork as well. So special features, they're all in the Blu-ray and they're all ported over. So it's the director's notebook, making of featurettes, the art of The Prestige, some galleries, behind the scenes photos, and a trailer. So not really a whole ton there. Packaging and special features are definitely on the weaker side, but that's probably not why you're upgrading for this release. So overall, I am very happy with The Prestige. It was a bit of a pricey purchase. It was $23, and it seems to be sitting at that price point, but it was out of stock for a long time. Touchstone Home Entertainment, it's an arm of Disney. A lot of Disney stuff and Touchstone stuff has been kind of like out of stock, has been very very slow to replenish. And Disney was kind of not sold on physical media for a little bit there, although the news is that I think they're coming back, and they've heard the complaints, they've heard the market, and they are making more discs, which I think is why you may see more of these being pressed, and now all of a sudden they're showing up on Amazon again, because for a long time they were going for kind of crazy prices on eBay. But overall, this is definitely worth an upgrade. You get the 4K resolution and you get HDR, both of which are far superior than the weak Blu-ray that came out almost 15 years ago. Just the amount of technology that, you know, has increased, and the availability of that technology 15 years ago versus today, obviously it's going to be a much better picture, and it is. The audio is also the original theatrical audio mix. So while you don't get Atmos, it is the original audio mix. It's the one that Christopher Nolan approved, and it is DTS HD instead of that uncompressed LPCM track, which is good. That's a thumbs up. They kind of fixed that, corrected that, and were able to get the correct audio mix onto this disc. So overall, it is well worth an upgrade for the audio-visual fans out there. It's the best it's ever looked. It's the best it's ever sounded. It's approved by the director and supervised by him, and they did a really great job with it. So although it is on the pricier side, especially because it's been out for a while, I do think if you're a hardcore Christopher Nolan fan, this is a must-have for your collection, and the $22 is well worth it. So I'll leave a link down in the description where you can pick this up. I would recommend grabbing it as soon as you see them go back in stock on Amazon. They've been in stock for a while, but they were in stock for a while before, and then they were gone for months. That's why I grabbed one right away and did this review for you all. It had been hard to find, so if you can find it in stock and you really want it, I'd consider grabbing it. Otherwise, you might be scalping some copies over on eBay for double the cost, and nobody wants to do that. So if you use the link that helps support my channel, I appreciate it. Also, make sure you follow me on social media and check out all the other ways you can support my channel. Links are down in the description. And as always, make sure you're subscribed and like this video so we can grow the physical media community, get more enthusiasm for 4K and Blu-ray and physical, and hopefully get my channel to 100,000 subscribers, which is the ultimate goal of this channel right now. That is the future goal, 100,000. That's a huge milestone, and we're working on hitting it. So if you watch my videos and you haven't yet, now's a great time to subscribe. Lots of great content coming, and lots of great 4K discs coming over the next year, 2 years. So thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the Prestige on 4K. This was a purchase myself, so no thanks to anybody for this one. Thanks to myself for buying it, and thanks to all you for supporting the channel who helped me buy movies like this for review. But that's it. So have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I will talk to you soon.